Hi folks, and welcome to my first impressions video on Kingdom Come Deliverance, an amazing medieval role-playing game from Warhorse Studios. I'm currently playing this on my live stream on Twitch, and I've also got a Let's Play series of past live streams up on my second YouTube channel, so check the links down below if you want to check either of those out, or if you want to find a great place to go and pick this game up yourself. So Kingdom Come Deliverance is basically an open world medieval role-playing game. There is a backstory. You start off as Henry the blacksmith's son, just a peasant, absolutely no good at anything, and I mean no good at anything. Any skills, any abilities, you have to earn them and work for them in the game, which is a real challenge when you start off. I'm not going to give any spoilers away from the story to spoil it for anyone, but it's not a spoiler to say that your parents meet a pretty grisly end pretty early on in the game, and that's really where the game starts, although that point for me was 3 hours in. That gives you a bit of an idea of the size of the scope of this game. From that point you're out for revenge and put the world to rights, and also work your way up in the world under maybe the patronage of one of the local lords. The story, however, will probably take you in a few directions you don't expect, and you're going to have to rely on all your skills, including combat, persuasion and puzzle solving, to get the best of this one. Speaking of combat, this game has one of the most engaging combat systems I've ever played in any RPG. It isn't just press left button to hit and right button to block. It's a lot more complex than that. Hitting your opponents is all about timing, absolute perfect timing with your strikes, and the same when you're trying to block as well. You can choose which direction and which part of your opponent's body you're going to strike in, and whether it's going to be a big heavy swing or a quick thrust and a jab at them. It's really engaging. It's very difficult when you start out, and slowly you'll build up skills, both player skills, learning how to do this and how to time your strikes, and also extra abilities in the game which will make it a bit easier and a bit better once you fully understand it. But this is something that allows you to have something that most role-playing games don't, and that is fully realistic and fully immersive fights where you're swinging swords from the left and the right, blocking, countering, parrying, riposting, all the rest of it. It really feels like you're having a duel with these opponents. The combat is very difficult to master, but very rewarding when you get it right. Oh, on the head. That's a prime position for a kick in the balls, isn't it? I know what I'm doing wrong. I should be doing that. Okay, come on. I want to beat this guy with the sword.
Gone weaker than knees, have you?
Nicely moved. Nicely dodged. It's also got one of the most realistic interpretations of archery I've ever seen in any video game. And you know, folks, I've done a lot of archery in my time. This is pretty much how it works with bare bows, old longbow type weapons where you have no sights, nothing to aim with. It's pretty much trying to aim somewhere off the target to get the point of the arrow to hit the target. It's really good. It's very difficult. It puts a lot of people off. But I like it because it's realistic, and it is so rewarding when you finally land that arrow directly into the heart of your opponent. Be that another human, a bandit, just an adversary, or maybe some of the wildlife when you go hunting. You don't have much to aim with. There, we got ourselves a hare. The game also has a very good and very engrossing stealth system where you can sneak around, you can pickpocket, you can murder people in their sleep, and yes, there is a perk to help you with that. You can maybe just knock them out and rifle through their possessions. There's someone coming. Bollocks.
What's going on out there?
Nothing. I've got a torch, look. Nothing.
Who is it?
You can steal stuff, you can pick locks, you can break in, you can go into areas you're not supposed to, and of course, you can get into a whole load of trouble for doing any of this from the local law. Some of them not particularly forgiving, but I like the stealth system. It is difficult, it makes a difference with what clothing you're wearing. So if you're clonking around in chainmail and metal boots and plate gloves and all the rest, you're going to make a bit of noise. But if you put on some light padded slippers and some black clothing to blend into the shadows, you are a lot more stealthy and a lot more sneaky, and I like the way that it rewards that sort of play. Again, this game tries to be realistic without being painfully realistic, I find. But sneaking around, stealthing around, nicking stuff and trying to fence it afterwards, because you can't sell this stuff anywhere, it is marked as being stolen, at least for a period of time anyway, until the owners forget about it. All that is pretty engaging, and the game has a whole built-in system of fences there designed to shift your stolen goods if you want to go down that route and play like, well, a sneaky bad guy, a murderer maybe, or just a robber, or like me, a Robin Hood type of character who maybe targets people. I think of too much stuff to give to the poor. Usually me, to be quite honest. But the stealth system's a load of fun, and that leads me on to the skills and perks system in this game. There's a skill for pretty much anything you can think of doing in this. Obviously, you've got the combat system, you've got your basic character leveling skills that you pick up, you've got speechcraft and persuasion, and back to combat, you've got all the different weapon skills. You've got swords, you've got maces, you've got axes, you've got a defense skill for blocking, either with your weapon or with a shield. It's very, very engaging, and you get perks as you level up. The great thing about leveling up is that you level up those skills by using them, and it's not like you go up a level, you get one skill point to spend in whatever you want. If you want to get better in swords, you fight with swords, you train with swords, or you pay someone to train you with swords, and you get better. And every so many levels you get a perk point, which means you can choose a new combo, maybe left right slash thrust combo or something like that. It's pretty engaging, but you can't get all the perks in every skill, so you have to try and choose what sort of character you want to be, how you want to develop later on. But the great thing is, you don't have to choose between something sneaky like just an archer and thief type and a heavy weapons, heavy armored kind of guy. You can just train those skills and pick whatever perks you want and make entirely whatever character you want as well. And there's things like herbalism and speechcraft and maintenance for all your weapons and stuff like that. It's really, really good. And some of the perks make a big difference. Some not so much, but just add flavour. One of my favourites that kind of feels like it'd fit in with me, the human dustbin, which means you can eat any type of food and you won't get bad guts from it. Because yes, folks, the game is that realistic. You need to eat, you need to drink. Oh, there's a drinking skill, by the way, I forgot to mention that. And you need to sleep as well. You have to take care of all these things. It's quite important to do so. And with the food, well, it's no good just picking some food off the floor and sticking it in your backpack and eating it a week later. It'll have gone off and it'll give you the shits and you'll regret that. So I like the way that it really makes you think about all these things. It all ties in with a fully immersive medieval world. And that's one of the other things I really like about this game so far. Everyone in the world has a task and a role, be it from the peasants, the tanners, the blacksmiths, the farmers, the horse traders, the lords and ladies, the beggars, the priests. Everyone goes about their daily business. They have houses or shacks or pigsties to sleep in, depending on their station, or castles if you're at the top of the food chain. They have daily tasks that they do, daily places where they will be. And you know what? It all fits in. It's all very immersive. So the world is awesome and huge, and I mean huge, there's a lot of exploring in. So far I'm about 20 hours into this game and I've explored next to nothing, but I have done so much and learnt so much and leveled so much stuff up. But I still have to learn to read. It really is that. You start off as a peasant and you have to learn all these skills and develop the character how you want, and that opens up more opportunities, more things to do, more quests, more ways to respond to characters. Warhorse Studios have done a great job, I think, of making this game. It really wants to draw you in. If you haven't played anything like this before, or maybe you've heard of Skyrim, think of Skyrim without any dragons and magic. You get a good old 15th century realistic medieval RPG that really feels like you are part of the world. And I think that is absolutely crucial in building immersion, drawing you into these games and caring about the characters. So yes, as you can probably guess, I am really enjoying Kingdom Come Deliverance. As I say, I'm about 20 hours into the game so far. Absolutely love it. I am playing it on Twitch, and I play that Mondays and Fridays and whenever in between when I can get time as well. So do go and check me out on there if you'd like to just maybe have a look at the game or maybe see me streaming. And also I've got the full playthrough, the reruns of my Twitch channel loaded up onto the second YouTube channel. All these links are down below if you want to check them out. And if you feel like you like the sound of this game, you want to go and pick it up and play it yourself, and I'd highly recommend this one because you will get your hours of entertainment, your value for money out of this. And there's a link to Zenom Games, who I'm partnered with, and you can pick it up there for a great price and support the channel at the same time. So just check out down below for all the links, all the information that you'll need. Hopefully maybe I'll see you over on the Twitch channel, but either way, this is a game that I highly recommend based on my 20 hours or so experience of it so far. I love it. I love these sort of things. It's a game you can just go and do anything that you want, or you can just plow through and follow the main story. And that can go in different ways, and I don't think it'll turn out quite how you expect. Anyway, folks, hope you've enjoyed today's video and found it useful and interesting. Do come and check me out on Twitch if you've got time. That would be great to see you over there. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.